Good morning and welcome, my dear student. I am Dr. Vinay Gupta from ITM University, and I am making this presentation for my new students who are just joined ITM University in our course BBA Honors first semester. So, my dear student, I will be your instructor for the course of BBA Honors first semester, and the name of the course is An Introduction of Accounting. So, as many of you from commerce background, he or she may take commerce in their 11th and 12th standard. So, and many of students who are not from commerce background, so we should start our study with scratch. So, today we will take our lecture with some basics and few theoretical concepts of accounting, and after that we will move on for our practical lectures. So today it is our first lecture. We will start this presentation with our next slide. So stay on the video. So my dear student, as you can see in this first video, we have your syllabus, Introduction to Accounting, and the course code is 104 and it has 4 credit. And I am your instructor, Dr. Vinay Gupta, and this is the procedure of your assessment. First of all, there will be midterm exam of 30 marks, and there will be class participation of 15 marks, and 15 marks for your field study, and your end term would be of 40 marks. So in total it is your 100 marks. Okay, so this is the way of assessment now, and this is your syllabus of unit first. In this unit first, we have theoretical framework about accounting as an information system, it is AIS, and the users of accounting, and qualitative characteristics of accounting, function of accounting, advantage and disadvantage of accounting, and then we will have branch accounting, what's branch of accounting, and what are the bases of accounting. They are generally known as cash basis and accrual basis. So this is first topic, contents of first topic in unit first. Okay, so this is your first video on unit first, topic first. So we will start this presentation with few topics, and I will describe all the things, and lecture notes and PPTs are already uploaded on your Moodle account. So dear student, you can access all them in your Moodle account. So let's start with the topic. So first topic is we have, it is accounting as an information system. Then we will have accounting information system and its role in decision making, and who are the users of financial accounting and information of financial accounting. So dear student, first of all we should take our first topic, accounting as an information. So accounting information system is one of the part of management information system. So management information system means MIS, and it has a part AIS, it's accounting information system. So generally the role of accounting information system is gather information, classifies them and process them, and after analyzing the data, and at the last it provides financial information to external parties as well as internal parties of the company. So this is basically the meaning of accounting information system. But we can explain accounting information system in many more lines. So I will try to explain all those. Listen carefully. So my dear student, it is the core system of an organization, and it involves data from every departments, and every functions in the entity, and its output is considered as the primary source of information, which is very needful in the making of policies in companies. Okay, so this is accounting information system. So as you know, in present scenario, and and in our dynamic business environment, accounting information system is totally based on information technology. So IT field is very important for accounting information system, and satisfy uh, and it is very uh, essential platform to satisfy all the needs of external parties and internal parties of the business. Accounting system and accountability, this is a very important thing. These two are very important thing. Accounting system and accountability rely on relevant information. So accounting system will deal with the relevant information about cost, about performance standards and targets given by management to the business. The key decision makers are those, who are who are the person who are the person makes a decision in decision policy in the company are known as key decision makers. And accounting information system provide important information to them for making decision policies. Okay, now now we can understand accounting information system as with the help of many studies, many research papers which are published in international journals, and they are also based on accounting information system. And in your lecture note you will found that I collect many uh, meanings or many definitions of accounting information system given by different source of uh, information, like journals, like websites. So all these you will found in your lecture notes which are uploaded on your Moodle account. Now let's check the role of accounting information system in decision making. So accounting information play an important role in the business. The basic objectives of accounting are to provide financial information to the managers, owners, and the stakeholders of the company. And these are the parties who are involved in the making of decision making. Accounting information may help managers to understand their tasks more clearly and reduce uncertainty before making their decision. Uncertainty is a lack of information compared to what a decision maker needs to make a decision, and the less managers are able to predict the outcome from their action, the more uncertainty there is accounting information. Now third and main important point we have, who are the users of accounting information. So dear student, as you can see, we have two types of users of accounting information. The first one is external user and the second one are internal users. So external users are those who interested in the company business, like stakeholders, shareholders, government, banks, and other person who interested in the working of company. So accounting information are very needed for all them, because government required accounting information for making policies, investor required accounting information for making new investment, banks required accounting information for granting loans, etc. So all these are known as external users of financial accounting information. Now we have internal users of accounting information, like managers, like owners, and decision makers of the company. So these informations are very important to make policies about company, to make increment policies about employees, to make price determination policy of the company. So all these policies, all these activities are based on accounting information. So therefore these parties are known as internal users of the accounting information. Now we have qualitative characteristics of accounting information. So as you can see in this figure, we have two types of qualitative characteristics of accounting. This is fundamental characteristics and enhancing characteristics. So dear student, in this fundamental characteristics we have relevance and faithful representation, while in case of enhancing characteristics we have variability, timeliness, understandability and comparability. So in total we have six type of qualitative characteristics. First one, relevance, faithful presentation, and verifiability, and timeliness, and understandability and comparability. So we will describe all the points one by one. So first of all we have a relevance. Relevance refer to how helpful the information is for financial decision making process. For accounting information to be relevant, it must possess. So dear student, relevance is the process that how information is useful for making important decision in company. And for this characteristics, the information must have two types of value. The first one is confirmatory value and the second one is predictive value. So in case confirmatory value, it provide information about past events. Accounting information system provides us information about the past events, and in case of predictive value, it provides predictive power regarding possibilities in future events. So we can say accounting information is relevant if it can provide helpful information about past events and help in predicting future events or in taking action to deal with possible future events. Okay, so we can make it more easy with an example. A company experiencing a strong quarter and presenting these improved results to creditors is relevant to the creditor's decision making process to extend or enlarge credit availability to the company. So on the basis of past, companies can make decision about the future. So these two important value must be in accounting information part: confirmatory value and predictive value. Now the second one is faithful representation. So dear student, faithful representation means accounting information must be faithful, on which company can be trust, on which external parties can be trust. So we can say representational faithfulness, also known as reliability. It is also known as reliability, is the extent to which information accurately reflects a company's resources, obligatory claims, transaction, etc. Okay. So this is a representational faithful, and for accounting information to possess representational faithful, it must be complete, it must be natural, it must be free from error. So when we talk about complete, it is mean financial statement should not exclude any transaction. It must include every transaction of the company. When we talk about natural, so it is the information characteristic. It must be unbiased. It is purely natural. There are subjectivity and estimation involved in financial statement. Therefore, information cannot be truly natural. However, if a company polled 1000 accountants and took the average of their answers, there would be considered natural and free from bias. So information should not be biased. It should be pure and natural. and it must be free from error. So it is the degree to which information is free from error. Every information must be 100% correct. There must not be any scope of any error. Now we are at the verifiability. So verifiability is the extent to which information is reproducible given the same data and assumption. So dear student, if I am providing you some information and data about some assets, so your answer must be same. Let me take an example. If a company owns equipment worth rupees 1000 and told an accountant the purchase cost, salvage value, depreciation method and useful life, the accountant should be able to reproduce the same result. If they cannot, the information is considered as not verifiable. Okay, so information must be verifiable and there must be same answer with the same data. Now we have timeliness. Timeliness is how quickly information is available to users of accounting information. The less timely, the less useful information is for decision making. Timeliness matter for accounting information because it competes with other information. For example, if a company issues its financial statement a year after its accounting period, users of financial statement would found it difficult to determine how well company is doing in the present. Okay, so timeliness means every information at the right time. So this is very important to share the information at right time with the users of accounting information. Next we have understandability. So it is the degree to which information is easily understood. It is very important that information must be in a very simple language. It is very understandable. So my dear student, as you can see in present scenario, corporate annual reports are in excess of 100 pages with significant qualitative information. Okay, information that is understandable to the average users of financial statement is highly desirable. It is common for poorly performing companies to use a lot of jargons and difficult phrasing in its annual report. It is an attempt to disguise the underperformance. If you want to hide your underperformance, you can use jargons and difficult phrasing in your annual report. Okay, so annual report must be very understandable. It must have language of understanding. It must have simple words in your performance report. Now we have comparability. So comparability is the degree to which accounting standards and policies are consistently applied. It means consistency. It means in your work there must be consistency applied from one period to another. Financial statements that are comparable with consistent accounting standards and policies applied throughout each accounting period enable users to draw insightful conclusion about the trends and performance of the company over time. In addition, comparability also refers to the ability to easily compare companies' financial statements with those of other companies. Okay, so comparability means consistency. You know, process of accounting method, process of accounting standards must be same in all the years. This is only possible way by which you can compare a financial statement of the company with other companies' data. So these all are fundamental characteristics of the companies: relevance, faithful representation, verifiability, timeliness, understandability, and comparability. Now let's move on another topic of the presentation. Functions of accounting. So dear student, these are two very common functions of accounting. Functions can be described on two bases: historical function and managerial functions. Historical functions of accounting involves keeping accounting records of all the past transactions made in the business. These type of functioning of accounting include it includes few things. Number one, recording the financial transaction and maintain a general to keep them all. Okay, it's maintain a general book. It is important to classify and separate the record and the ledger. So first of all, you will have to make journal, then ledger, and then preparation of a brief summary take place in a quick review. And this type of information give the net result other than just keeping the record. So you will have to be identify the transaction, you will have to be record the transaction, you will have to be general book for recording the transaction, you will have to make a ledger book for classify and separate the record, and after that you will have to be a brief summary, and in this way you will have to make a trial balance like, and after that the preparation of the balance sheet take place to determine the financial position of the company. And after preparation of the balance sheet, it analyzes data and record as then used for other purpose. The last step is to communicate the obtained financial information to the interested sector, means internal parties and external parties. So these are all historical functions. Okay, now let's revise in them. The first one is identification, the second one is recording, the third one is classifying, the fourth one is separation, the fifth one is analyzing, the sixth one is share the information with the users. Now we have managerial function. So in an organization, the management commit looks for all kinds of decision making to ensure that the decisions are smooth and beneficial for everyone. Okay, internal management do not evaluation of the past record provided by the accounting. These are managerial functions. The 5 managerial functions of accounting information generally we have. Number 1, formation of plan in addition to controlling the financial policy. Formation of plan and controlling of them. Okay, and so managerial functions are formation of plans and controlling the financial policies. Number 2, preparation of budget to estimate the total expenditure for future activities or future extension. Number 3, comparing the cost with the efficiency of the work. Number 5, evaluation of employees' performance and to check the fraud and errors. So these were few main functions of which comes under managerial functions. So first one was the formation of plan and controlling the financial policy. So managers of the company or higher management of the company supposed to make plans and they are the person who will make control over them. And managers and higher management supposed to make budget to estimate the total expenditure for future activities and what capital they will require for extension of their business. Management can compare the cost with the efficiency of work. On the basis of this, they can reduce the cost and they can increase the percentage of profit. Evaluation of employees' performance, it is very important. The satisfied employee can increase the company's performance. Therefore, employees performance is very important, so they must have a appropriate way to evaluate the employees performance. And the last one is to check the fraud and error. It is very important to find out what are the errors we have, to find out what are the frauds committed in last years, and what can be in coming years. So to check all the frauds and error. So these were few main functions which comes under managerial functions of accounting. Now in next section we have advantage of accounting. So dear student, this is very common theoretical part of our presentation, advantage of accounting. In this category we have maintenance of business record, preparation of financial statement, comparison of result, decision making, evidence in legal matter, provide information to related parties, help in taxation matters, valuation of business, and replacement of memory. So these were few advantage of accounting, and you can write all these points in your language. I will try to explain all the points one by one, and it's not very necessary that you will have to write bookish language in your answer. You can use your words, you can use your statement uh, to make the heading meaningful. The first one is maintenance of business record. So accounting information, or we can say accounting, is very helpful to maintain all the business record. After identification of the transaction, the next step of the accounting is recording of business, and the way of recording is general. So with the help of general we can record all the business transactions, okay, or we can say it record all the financial transaction pertaining to the respective year systematically in the books of account. It is not possible for the management or for accountant to remember each and every transaction for a long time, okay. So writing is better than remembering, okay. So this is our first benefit of accounting, to manage the business record. Now come to the second point, preparation of financial statement. So dear student, as you know, in business, financial statement like trading and profit and loss account, balance sheet, these statements can be prepared easily if there is a proper recording of transaction. Without proper recording of transaction, you will not able to find net profit, you will not able to find gross profit of the company. So proper recording of all the financial transaction is very important for the preparation of financial statement of the company. Next we have comparison of result. Comparison of result means comparability. You can compare your last year result with your current year result, okay. So it facilitates the comparison of the financial result of one year with the another year easily. Also it is very helpful for the management that they can analyze the systematic recording of all the accounting transactions according to the policy of the company. So it also helpful to analyze the financial data for the management. Decision making is the process which becomes easier for management if there is a proper recording of financial transaction. With the help of financial transaction, management can identify where they are lacking and where they are lessing of their control. So accounting information enables management to plan its future activities and estimate budgets and coordination with various activities in various departments, okay. So decision making, in the making of decision, accounting informations are very useful. Now we have evidence in legal matters. So dear student, as you know, The proper systematic record of financial transaction act as evidence in the court of law. So when you are maintaining your proper accounting record, so it will be helpful in legal matters, because every recording will have its evidence. So every evidence means your physical proof. There must be a invoice of all the transaction. There must be a proper recording of all the transactions. So it will play like evidence in the legal matters. Now we have accounting provides information to related parties. It makes the financial information of the organization available to stakeholders like owners, creditors, employee, customer, government, etc., etc. Okay, so accounting information system provide related and important information to the related parties, or we can say to the owners, to the creditor, to the employees, customers, and governments. Okay. Next point is help in taxation matters. Accounting information system also help in taxation matters. Various tax authorities like income tax, indirect tax depends on the accounts maintained by the management for settlement of taxation matter. In case of taxation matters, your accounting records play very important role, because with the help of them, with the help of financial statement, an income tax officer can understand your performance of the company. They can get knowledge about your net profit, on which they will charge some tax with a specific rate decided by the tax law. Now we have valuation of business. The proper valuation of an company's business, accounting information can be utilized. It helps in measuring the value of the business by using the accounting information in the case of sale of the entity. If you want to sell your business, the accounting information system will be very helpful. With the help of accounting records, we can find out your past performance and we can predict your future performance. Okay, so it will be very helpful in case of sale of the business. Replacement of memory. Proper recording of accounting transaction replace the need to remember transaction. It is very true that you cannot keep remember all the transaction for long time. You will have to record all the transactions. So when you will record all the transaction, it will replacement of your memory. You can get all the information about last 10 years. You can get all the information about last years, or you can get any information about any time. Okay, so it is very important, and this point is replacement of memory is related to the recording of transaction. Now, my dear student, we have next point in this presentation. It is limitation of accounting, or we can say disadvantage of accounting. Accounting express information in terms of money. It deal with only money. Okay, so when there will be a money related transaction, we will record only those transactions. So this is one of the drawback of accounting. Accounting information is based on estimates. Accounting information may be biased. Recording of fixed assets at the original cost. Manipulation of accounts. Money as a measurement unit changes in value. So these were few disadvantages of the accounting. So we will discuss one by one all the points. The first one, express accounting information in terms of money only. So non-financial transaction cannot give an effect to the effect to in books of accounts. So because we will not record non-financial transaction, so only monetary transaction will be recorded in the books of accounts. Okay, or we can say only transactions of financial nature are measurable by the accountant. In fact, financial statements are expressed in terms of money. So this is one of the very important drawback of accounting information, that we not record all those events in our record which are very important in ups and downs of the business. So only financial transactions are recorded in terms of which are measurable in terms of money. Accounting information is based on estimate. Accounting generally is based on estimate or assumption. So there are some accounting data which are always based on some estimation. Therefore, inaccuracy in estimate is possible. So it is another drawback of accounting, that it is only based on estimation, because we makes budget on estimation process. Accounting information may be biased. Accountants' personal influence affect the accounting information of the company. Different method of inventory valuation, depreciation method, treatment of revenue and capital expense, etc., can be adopted by the accountant for the measurement of measurement of income of the company. So your information may be biased. Different method of depreciation, different method of calculation, different method of inventory valuation you can use as per your convenience. So your information or your accounting information may be biased, because accountant is the person who will work for the company, and when it is work for the company, it may be biased towards the company. Okay. So these were few disadvantages of accounting. Recording of fixed assets at original cost. So accounting always record all the assets on its original costs. But because of depreciation, every year the value of assets is reduced, while accounting record all the assets at its original costs. Manipulation of account. It is very possibility that accounts can be manipulated by an accountant. If you are the owner of the company and you also play a role of accountant in your company, your accounts can be manipulated by you on your convenience. Money as measurement unit, charges and value. So this is our first point, that every transaction will be recorded in the accounting. It must be measurable in terms of money. So money is the measurement unit of the transaction. If there is money involvement in the transaction, it will be recordable, otherwise not. Okay. So dear student, these were few disadvantages of accounting. Now let's talk about the next topic of the presentation. It is branches of accounting. So as you can see, we have many branches of accounting, but in terms of study purpose, we will have three main accounting branches. The first one is financial accounting, second management accounting, third cost accounting. But as you can see, we have a number of lists. In this list we have tax accounting, project accounting, not-for-profit accounting, international accounting, government accounting, social accounting, forensic accounting, and fiduciary accounting and auditing. So all these are the branches of accounting, but in terms of education purpose, we will have three types of accounting: financial accounting, management accounting and cost accounting. So we will take one by one all the points. First of all, we have financial accounting. It is concerned with the preparation of periodic financial report by using historical data of business enterprises. So financial accounting is the accounting which works on historical data. The basic purpose of these reports is to produce or provide useful and timely information about company's financial position and its operating result to owners, managers, investors, creditors, and government agencies, etc. Financial position is the position which refers to the resource and obligation of the business at any given point of time, and operating result means the net profit earned or net loss incurred by a business enterprises during a particular period of time. Okay, so this is the role of financial accounting, that it provides us information which is based on historical data. It gives us information about financial performance of the company. It gives us information about net profit of net loss of the company, and it gives us information on accurate time. There are certain rules known as generally accepted accounting principles, which are known as GAAP, that each business enterprise must follow all these rules while preparing financial reports to ensure that financial information published by its useful, reliable, and comparable with other companies. Okay, so these useful, reliable, and comparable, these are qualitative characteristics of the financial information. These all characteristics must we have, and all the gaps, generally accepted accounting principle must be followed by the company. So this is all about financial accounting. Now we have management accounting. Management accounting system uses historical as well as estimated data to make a useful report and information, which is very useful for internal management for decision making, like for decision making purpose. The information generated by management accounting is not published for external parties, but is used by manager. All the information will be used by the managers only to perform their core functions, and their functions are evaluation of various product and department in terms of profitability, in terms of selection of the best available alternatives, and making their business decision to achieve organization goal. Okay, so these all are the works comes under management accounting. Now the third one we have, the cost accounting, is concerned with categorizing, tracing, and collecting manufacturing cost of the business enterprises. The cost data collected is used by management in planning and control. A well-established cost accounting system is essential for every business enterprises to have a proper control over cost. So cost accounting help us to provide control over cost, control over extra expenses, control over pricing. So cost accounting play an important role in making a price of any product. So this is about cost accounting we have. Now we have basis of accounting. So dear student, as you know, we have two kinds of basis. The first one is cash basis of accounting, and the second one is accrual basis of accounting. So these 2 points are very easy to understand. The first one is cash basis of accounting. Under this basis of accounting, a business recognizes revenues when cash is received and expense when bill are paid. Okay, so this is cash basis. When you will receive cash, when you will pay cash. This is the easiest approach to recording transaction and widely used by a smaller business. So cash basis accounting generally used by sole traders, like shopkeepers, like small traders. Okay, so so cash inflow and cash outflow is the basis of accounting under cash basis. Now, accrual basis of accounting. Under this basis of accounting, a business recognizes revenue when earned and expenses when expenditure are consumed. The approach requires a greater knowledge of accounting. Accrual must be recorded at regular intervals if business wants to have its financial statement audited. It must use the accrual basis of accounting. Since auditors will not pass judgment on financial statement prepared using any other basis of accounting, so only these two bases of accountings are generally known in our businesses: cash basis and accrual accounting basis. So this is all about our this presentation, and these are references where I get all the lectures notes. You can also click on these URLs to get same theoretical data of accounting and information. So dear student, this is our first video lecture on the theoretical topic of unit 1 and specifically topic 1. So we will discuss more in coming more videos about an introduction of accounting. So stay home, stay healthy and stay fit. Thank you very much.